Hey guys, welcome to the Quick Take Sports Podcast. This is Ty.
And this is Chris over here, and we're coming at you with a special edition podcast this time. And this is for the NBA awards of this coming season. We're going to predict them for you. We're going to start with the Most Improved Player Award. Tyler, you want to take us away?
Well, Chris, this was a rather difficult one for me. I had a few options here. It was between Chris Dunn and Brandon Ingram for me, but Chris Dunn had a poor rookie season with the Timberwolves. But I feel like going to the Bulls in a new system, a young system, I feel like Chris Dunn is going to do a really good season over there in Chicago.
I think that coming off this injury, I think Justice Winslow is going to have a really breakout year this year. I think he's going to be a key player for the Miami Heat, and I think he's going to be in the conversation for Most Improved Player.
For Rookie of the Year award, I had Dennis Smith Jr. for the Mavericks. I like the Mavs team. They're in a rebuilding phase. They're getting some new faces in there, and Dennis Smith Jr. has looked like one of the top point guards. It was either him or Lonzo Ball, but I like Lonzo Ball, but I just feel like Dennis Smith Jr. has a bigger role with his team.
Yeah, LeVar would be happy with me. I went with Lonzo on this one. I've fallen prey to the hype. I want to see him play, but he's looked good thus far. So we'll have to see.
You gotta stay in your lane. For Sixth Man of the Year, I had Rudy Gay with San Antonio. I've always loved Rudy Gay as a player with Sacramento, Memphis, Toronto. He's a great player. He puts up good numbers. You know what you're going to get out of Rudy Gay. And coming to San Antonio on a couple-year deal or whatever, he's going to come off the bench for Kawhi. So I just really like Rudy Gay winning the Sixth Man.
I have Patty Mills for the Spurs. I think he's going to have a breakout season.
I just think the Spurs are going to do well all around this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because from that goes to my MVP award. I have Kawhi Leonard winning my MVP award.
Mm-hmm.
This one was a toss-up between Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. The reason why I didn't go with LeBron is the NBA won't give LeBron any more MVP awards because they're biased. Giannis, I really love Giannis. I feel like he's the next LeBron, but Milwaukee just won't win enough games for him to deserve the MVP award. And that's why I got to go with Kawhi, because we know what Kawhi can do. To me, he's the third best player in the NBA behind Durant and James, and I feel like Kawhi is going to possibly take the Spurs to the finals this year.
I'm going to go with Giannis as my MVP, and I think that the Spurs are going to have a better season than you give them credit for this year, due in part to the fact that the East is a garbage fire. I think they'll be a 3-4 seed in the East. But yeah, I think he got Most Improved Player last year. I think he's gonna keep that moving up. I heard an interview with him, and he just seems hungry. So
now, do you feel like Giannis will lead the team in points, assists, rebounds, blocks, and steals again for 2 years in a row?
Yeah, no question.
All right. That takes us to our Defensive Player of the Year, and I love Rudy Gobert for this. I thought Rudy Gobert should have won last year, and he didn't. It was either Rudy Gobert or Hassan Whiteside I like for this year, and I got to go with Gobert. He has a bigger role with the Utah Jazz now since Hayward left, and Gobert to me is the most terrifying player in the paint in the NBA.
So it should be noted that we didn't talk before this, but I also picked Rudy Gobert. I will throw you a second one that I think should be in contention, though, just since he picked the same one as me. Hassan Whiteside for the Miami Heat. He's gonna be a very good blocker, and he's gonna be a very good defensive player all around. So I look forward to seeing one of those two win Defensive Player of the Year.
For Coach of the Year, the last award that we have for you today, folks, I have Tom Thibodeau for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They had a crap year last year. They won like 28 games, but I feel like with their new team they have, and I feel like if they just make the playoffs to like a 4 or 5 seed, I feel like he'll get the award because of him taking the team and turning it around and being able to bring in Jimmy Butler, and that's going to be huge for the Timberwolves this year.
I feel like this guy occasionally gets in the discussion for Coach of the Year, and I feel like he might at this point deserve one. I'm going to go with Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat. I think the Heat are going to have a breakout year this year, and they're going to be a top 2 to 3 seed in the East with this new team they have in. I'm really excited to see how Kelly Olynyk pans out. So
I almost had Eric Spoelstra winning last year. I really wanted him to win because he started off 11-30 and then went 30-11 for the second half. And Spoelstra had a huge part to do with that. But if your team doesn't make the playoffs, should you really win Coach of the Year?
Yeah.